chance to find that cigarette butt. Then we try to do it one agency at a time. And for me, I totally embrace the collaboration. It has to be collaborative. One agency can't do this, it's got to be all of us involved. So Frank mentioned we are providing expanded military cultural training for providers. We'll provide that as far as Veterans Council better because they understand kind of our culture and our lingo, and the families as well. And then, like Frank said, public education and messaging. One of the things we want to do, one of our goals or objective is to increase the Hillsborough County capacity to provide suicide prevention training. To do that, we first have to identify the evidence-based training that is out there already, and there are a lot. So we've identified these 5 of them. One of them that's actually recognized by the DOD called Assist and Safe Talk. We also provide another organization called QPR, which is actually being done by a lot of universities. UCF is doing it. I think USF, a lot of those are doing QPR. There's another one called NAMI, NH, and that's being done by St. Pete. So we got to identify, and then Psych Armor, something that Sam had mentioned to us when we had our meeting, that Psych Armor is another organization that provides training. It's online. So we're looking at, we identify all the training that's considered evidence-based. Then next we have to identify the trainers. And there are a lot of people who are training in here. 211 man, there's a lot of training with Assist. American Suicide Prevention Foundation, they do training. TAPS, Wounded Warrior, all those guys provide training one point or the other, so we need to identify who's actually already out there doing the training. And that's one of our objectives, to identify that. And we also want to, what we want to try to do is create Hillsborough create a collaborative tool where people who are out there providing that suicide prevention training, they will have to, Hillsborough will have to have somebody who actually integrate that into a calendar. And that way, and so that if, because oftentimes the Wounded Warriors have their program twice a year, AFFP have it in Manning. So we put all the training on a calendar, then that means the community can look at that calendar and see who provides that training. So if I'm a faith-based organization or police or whatever, I can go look on that calendar and see where the training is, and that then involves the community. Now they see there's somebody out there. So one of our goals is to create an integrated collaborative tool, which is the map, that we can start populating on all the training provided when it comes to suicide prevention. And lastly, one of our goals also is to train at least 50%. We're at a point of identifying all the organizations that we think that would benefit from having this training, legal people, law people, that kind of stuff. We want to try to train 15%. So once we get that all squared away, then we're going to sit down and come back in next year and see if we've trained at least 15% of the our community out there for suicide. And I think that's very important. When you guys think about suicide, you think mental health and you think primary care provider, but that's not always the case. A lot of times that person out there is the lawyer who knows that that person's going to lose their custody of the child or the marriage, or is that the employer is going to fire that person and whatever. So there are more people out there who can identify when a veteran is thinking about suicide than just the mental health, and I think it involves the total community. In closing, what I always say, veteran suicide is a national problem, but it has a local solution. And that local solution is this community here. So once again, thank you very much, Commissioner Murray, for having this program, and thank you, Frank, for having the faith in me to do this. Next, Frank, follow up on questions.
All right.
Yeah, follow up.
Thanks,